Hello students, welcome to NeoTeach. This is Srinivas Brahmoji. In this video, we are going to discuss two-way branching statement, that is if-else statement. We know that. Okay. What is if-else statement? It is a two-way branching statement. It has the following general form means syntax. As we know that syntax is very important. Two-way in the sense we have a two ways, like if the condition satisfied, another way. If the condition not satisfied, another way. So that means if the condition true, we are going to execute in one flow. If the condition false, we are going to execute in another flow. So like this, let me check that syntax. Okay, so in this syntax, if followed by condition is there. If the condition is true, then statement 1 executes. Okay, after execution statement, directly close the program. There is no other thing. Okay, so if the condition is false, in that case, it is going to execute the else part. So else part consisted statement 2. Okay, so what I am saying here, see, one more time I want to repeat. If the condition is true, then statement 1 executes and stop the program. Otherwise in the sense, if the condition is false, it is going to execute statement 2 and stop the program. So this is the flow is going on in this if-else statement. Okay, so now let me explain through flowchart, right? So suppose we take a flowchart. This is the beginning, means start the program, and now here condition is going to check here. If condition, if the condition is true, then statement 1 executes. Okay, whatever you have the execution, you write in the place of statement 1. Now after execution the statement 1, directly program is going to stop. So this is one way. Okay, so what about the another way? If the condition falls, in that case it is going to execute statement 2. So statement 2 executes and directly stop the program. Okay, so like this, whenever we have a true case, this place is going to execute. If the condition falls, in this way it is going to execute, means in any case we have a execution. Okay, this is actual flow of if-else statement is going to execute. Okay, for this purpose we are going to find the maximum of given two numbers. What is analysis here? Right. Before writing any program, just you can analyze like this. What is the main requirement? Suppose we are going to give some two values, say A and B. So two values we are going to give as an input. So just you consider either float values or integer values, anything to you take. Okay. Now you can compare these two, just print which is maximum. That is we are going to do. So for that purpose, we will take the decision like if A is greater than B or not. If A is greater than B, then in the place of statement 1, you can print A is a maximum. Otherwise, in the statement 2, B is a maximum. Okay, so that we will execute in the Dev C++. Let me go to Dev C++ now. So I want to open Dev C++. And now here go to File, click on New and go to Source File. Just I am writing here, write a program to find the maximum of given two numbers. Maximum of given two numbers. Right. As I say, link section. So documentation section after link section hash include stdio.h. Okay. So standard input and output header file need for IO operations. So link section is completed. Next, int main. So main function I want to write here. Inside the main function declaration part, I want a comma b as an integer type declaration done. Right. Now I want to take an output statement like asking to enter any two numbers. Enter any two numbers. Right. Followed by that transferring the control to next line. Now I should read them. So by seeing this statement, user will input two values. By seeing this statement, user will input two values. Those two values read by using scanf function from the keyboard. Okay, so we need to take the input value, so read it into corresponding variables. For that, scanf function, inside this percentile d for one variable, another percentile d for another integer variable. So first one keep it into address of A and second one read it into address of B, like this. So initialization done successfully. Now decision making, if A greater than B, C, so if followed by condition, how I am writing, see, just if followed by condition I should follow syntax. Okay, so, see, if the condition is true, in that case who is the maximum? The maximum is equals to numeric value, that is percentile d, that value is nothing but A, right? If the condition fails, then we will move on to the else part. In that part we should write that like max is equals to percentile d. In this case B is the maximum, because if the condition falls, B only the maximum. So like this we will write this code. Okay, now let me save this, go to file and click on the save, max1.c, max1.c, right. Now I want to compile this program, there is no errors and there is no warnings, done. I want to run this program, so run the program here. See, it asking to enter any two numbers. See, enter any two numbers. I want to give 15 is one number and 10 is another number. Who is maximum? 15 is the maximum. Okay, I want to run the same code and I want to check another test case, like enter any two numbers, like I want to give right now 5 and the second number I want to give 9. So see, who is the maximum? 9 is the maximum. So like this we will execute the programs by using the if else. See, if the condition is true, then statement 1 executes, otherwise statement 2 executes. Like this if else scenario is going to be work out. Okay, so now after completion of this program, we'll move on to the next one. What is that? Write a program to find the given number is even or odd. Okay, so what do you mean by even? What do you mean by odd? A number which is divisible by 2. So any number divisible by 2 will give you remainder as either 0 or 1. So the number which gives the remainder 0, they are called as even numbers. The number divisible by 2 which gives the remainder 1 is called as odd number. Any condition you take. Okay, suppose here we are going to input some number, right? One input we required, right? After inputting this number, now let me check this. N modular by, modular is the operator which gives the remainder as a output. Okay, so n modular by 2 I want to check. See, n modular by 2 is nothing but I am checking this n divisibility by 2. If I get the remainder 0, that time it is called as a even, right? If I get the 1, that time I can say odd. Any condition you can take. So just you compare this value with a 0, that time you take the true occasion is even, otherwise odd. Okay, or you can take this remainder and you just check it. You just take this remainder and just check with this 1. So in that case, if the remainder is 1, that case odd, otherwise even. So anything is okay. Okay, so for this also I need to go to Dev C++. Now let me open this Dev C++. Again I want to go here, right? So I want to take the fresh document, source code. Okay. So what is our requirement? Write a program to find the given number is even or odd. Given number is even or odd, right? So now documentation section completed. Now hash include stdio.h, hash include stdio.h. Here int main, inside the main function I want to declare one number because I need to input some value, means as a number. Done. Now So here I want to give this what like printf function, here enter any number, I want to read this value from the keyboard by using scanf function. I want to read this number by using scanf function. So simply %d, comma, what I want, ampersand n. So this one done, ampersand n, this one done. Now I want to check it out, like see if that number modular by 2, the number modular by 2 is equals to 0. So just I'm comparing the result which is coming by this operator, compare with this 0. If both are matched, that case what is that, remainder 0 matched. So in that case this is even. Okay, so I want to display that %d is even number, %d is even number. Then so next, otherwise, in the sense else, we can write this printf function, %d is odd number. Okay, so let me give parameter that is n, and here also parameter is n. Done. So now I want to save this program, even.c, right. I want to compile this program. See, there is no errors and there is no warnings. Now I want to run this program, enter any number. Let me give 4. 4 is a even number. And let me give 5. 5 is a odd number. It's working fine. Okay, so like this we will write the program by using if else. Okay, the next program is write a program to find the given number is positive or negative. Just you can try this program. Just I will give you just a brief discussion here. Simply you can input some number, a number, it may like take integer or float. Okay, so declare one number as an integer, just give this number as an input. Now you check it out, what that the number is greater than 0 or not. If this number is greater than 0, that time you can say that positive. Okay, if the number is not greater than, so if the condition true, then you give it as a positive number. If the condition is false, then you give it as a negative. Okay, so simply you can write this program, it is very easy. Okay, let me go for the next one. Now, so write a program to check voter eligibility. So check the voter eligibility. What do you mean by here? Simply we ask the user to enter their age. Okay, so they will enter some age. Suppose if they entered some 21, in that case what? The age is greater than 18. So if the voter means what is the eligibility, voter eligibility here? If the candidate having more than 18 years only, he was eligible for voting. Okay, that's what we check like this. If age is more than 18, then you are eligible, or else not eligible. Okay, so let me write this program. So for that we'll go to dev C++ once again. So here take the new source file and write that program. So what is that? Write a program to check the voter eligibility. Okay, so document is section completed. Now hash include stdio.h. So this is for the link section, and we are writing int main, the main function I am writing here. Inside this integer age, I am giving this age. If you want, you work with the float also, like 18.3 means 18 years 3 months, like that also you can work. So Okay, let me give float also. If the user gives like months like 17.5, 18.5, 19.2, like that also it accepts. Now printf function here like ask to enter your age. We are asking to enter the age of the user. Okay, so by seeing this the user will enter the age. That age we catch by using scanf function from the keyboard. So percentile f required, see here, because we taken float. Okay, so now percentile f, that's we read it into whom? Age. The variable name is age, right? Now decision, what that? Age greater than 18. Okay, if the candidate having more than 18 years, in that case we can say yes, you are eligible for vote, for voting. Okay, else printf function, no, you are not eligible for voting. You are not eligible for voting, like this. Let me save this. voter.c. Let me compile this program. So something happened. See here, the semicolon I forgot. Resave this and again compile this program. There is no errors and there is no warnings. And now run this program. See, enter age. I want to give like 15 years. Right? No, you are not eligible for voting. Right? It's working fine. Now let me run one more time and I want to give like 19 years. Yes, you are eligible for voting. So like this we can write the programs very easily. Okay, so now let me go for the next. So in the next video we will go for multi-way branching statement. Thank you for watching.